strangers and people of question. Excuse me for burping there. And it seems like there's, it will also tell you if this person is a Ferelden Freeman, or if it's a dwarf, or if it's a Dalish elf. But it always has negative negative markings on all the Orlesians.
So it is like the census of the town or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kind of funny how the town name is Greenthorn, huh?
I'm just going to reach out and I'm going to steal the quill, the ink, and some paper just for shit and giggles.
Okay.
I want to check this middle section here and see what's on these two benches, I guess.
Just more records and logbooks, Kodojo. It seems like this has just been many, many years of record keeping of who is coming and going from the town of Greenthorn.
Alright, I grab the door handle and open it.
Okay, you see another stairwell going up.
Right, I go in.
Okay. Alright. As you guys are traveling up the staircase, you notice when you first came to the tower and when you were looking around for an entrance, you noticed towards the top of the tower, you noticed that there were beautiful stained glass windows. But now, as you're going up this last staircase, you can actually see all of these beautiful stained glass windows as you're circling up the tower. And you find another door in front of you.
And before we open that door, I take a good swig from my ale barrel and just get ready to go.
I smash one of the windows with my staff and look at it.
Oh, it's a beautiful sight.
Don't smash the windows.
All right. Oops. Alright, so everybody's here. You open up the last door, and you can tell that this is the top of the tower because you see that there is a steeple with a roof that goes up into a point.
God, why is it always on the bottom?
You can see that there are windows on all four sides of this tower. You can also see that there is a raised dais in the center of this room. Oh, 1 second, guys. Oh.
Got 2 stealings, too.
Stealing, it's your
Counts a double gang.
He's evil, kill him.
So
Or
yes,
is he the good clone?
you notice that there is a raised dais in the center of this room. You also notice that there are 2 chairs, 2 very sturdy chairs in the middle of this room. In one chair, on the left-hand side, you can see a man sitting in the chair. He's a living man. And from the first glances, you can tell that this is Aldrich Lapointe from the descriptions given to you from Duncan. On the chair on the right, there's a corpse of a man wearing an old-style plate type of armor. His skin is rotted and taut, and his glassy eyes stare at nothing. His hands grasp an ornate longsword.
And
Do
take
not
one of
touch the sword.
I take one of the rocks that I picked up from the road and roll it towards the center place to see if anything happens.
Nothing happens. But as Kodojo, as you get closer to the dais, a ghost appears, and it is also in a sort of like a look of how the dead corpse on the right-hand side of the two chairs appears to be. It seems that the ghostly figure, when he emerges, he's wearing the same plate armor, similar to the man, the skeleton sitting in the chair. There are engraved thorns that just cover the entire breastplate on the ghost armor, and you can see sometimes a barbed spine stick up and retract out of the armor.
Hey Dave, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
There's two of me. Is there supposed to be two of me?
There's supposed to be one of you.
I'm just standing like face to face with the other one.
You are a doppelganger. I don't know why he appeared, but that's just sort of like it's a glitch. It's like a shadow. So that's pretty weird. So we'll say Duty's right here. We'll say that the ghost is right here. So he appears, the ghostly figure, and he says, "You've come at last. I knew this Orlesian was a filthy liar, like all of his kind."
I ask him, "Are you Sir whatever the guy's name was from the letters?"
Sir Victor Greenthorn?
Yeah.
Are you Dr. Greenthumb?
No. Sir Victor Greenthorn. And he walks over behind the... He actually, as he walks back over to the two chairs, he actually slaps Ulrich Lapont. I love that. He just slaps the shit out of him.
I shout
I
out,
yell at it, "Who are you?"
Stop slapping him.
I am Duty.
I'm gonna drop a mind blast on Oliver.
Duty.
Is that your name or what you did? I slapped my knee.
I'm gonna drop a mind blast on the guy sitting down.
I ask him, "Why are you here, Duty?"
Because I have been watching over Greenthorn since this Orlesian scum killed Sir Victor Greenthorn and his men. And then he's going to tell you about 100 years ago, when Orlais occupied Ferelden, the rebel queen Moria hid for a time in a fortified tower, this fortified tower, by the village of Greenthorn. When word came that an Orlesian strike force was heading this way, the queen asked the commander of the tower, Sir Victor Greenthorn, to fight a rearguard action against the Orlesians, while she and her bodyguards slipped away. Victor did much more than that. He ambushed the Orlesians, and then he retreated to this tower with his men. His tenacious defense convinced them that the rebel queen was trapped inside this tower, so they ceased their pursuit and concentrated on taking this tower. Sir Victor and his soldiers defended the tower to the last. In the end, a chevalier named Henry Lapointe slew Sir Victor in personal combat and took his magic sword as a prize. When the Orlesian commander realized that he had been tricked and that the rebel queen had escaped again, he ordered the tower destroyed. And that's when I stepped in, because I realized and I witnessed all of this. So Lapointe took the sword of Sir Victor Greenthorn, and as he left with his chevaliers, I took the tower and I ripped open the Fade and took the tower with me. And that is where we have been for the last 40 years, waiting for the Orlesians to come back.
I tell him about the rest of the history of Orlesia and how they were pushed back, what happened to Queen Moria, and how Ferelda is now free. Kinda.
So you basically told him that Moria was killed?
Yeah, it was killed, but her son took over and led Ferelia to victory over the Orlesians.
So Moria will not be coming. I have been waiting for Moria to return to the tower. And then he slaps Lapointe again. Lapointe. And he just
Lapointe
wins.
a lot.
I'm slapping him too on the back of the head.
These Orlesian scum
He is a Grey Warden first, and Orlesian second.
Oh wait, Lapointe is our friend.
Yes, he's the Grey Warden, the Duncan version of Orlesia.
So what about Moria? When will she return?
She will not be returning. She is dead.
You might as well go ahead and scoot on to the next life there, dude.
She's worm food, sorry.
I ask him, are you a spirit from the Fade?
I am. And like I had told you, my name is Duty.
Hey,
Duty.
what you do?
Someone had a good sense of humor.
I'm sorry.
Gotta make a little fart sound.
So he says, everyone, step onto the dais.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Because I need to check to see if you're lying to me.
Yeah, I'm a rogue.
If you're lying, everyone will die.
I'm more of an asshat than a liar.
Well, you haven't told him anything, so you're fine, so get on here.
While we're on here, I wanna look around and see if there's anything on any of these bodies that are worth stealing.
This is one giant pressure plate.
When you touch anything, I will kill you, personally.
Watch. This is a giant
I
pressure
touch
plate.
everything.
And we just triggered it.
I had figured since this Orlesian pig dog brought Sir Victor's sword back to the tower, that's when I opened up the Fade, brought the tower back, so we could take the Orlesians in one final stand.
Then why did you set the monsters out to kill the civilians? The people?
I could not control that. That was just part of the Fade. So as you all step up onto the dais, you all feel a state of nirvana come over you. And you all hold and join hands. And it seems like you've been pulled out of your body, your inner self. And you start to fly from the tower, and you can see the tower starting to shrink in the distance. And you fly within a matter of just a few seconds to the main town of Denerim, and you see that the king is giving a speech to many Grey Wardens from all over the area, bearing all different types of symbols from all the other countries like Orlais, Ferelden, and many others. Then you travel south to the Kokari Wilds, and you notice as you're passing over the woods into the swamp, you start to see many darkspawn emerging from the swamp. Blight wolves, Hurlocks, Genlocks, Broodmothers, ogres, and a large archdemon dragon coming out of the mud. And then you take a turn and come back to the tower, and you are back into your bodies. And you feel like you're back here in the tower, and Duty is here. And then he looks at you, and he says, "So it is true, my friends. My sojourn must end." And Duty begins to fade. And as he begins to fade, he says, "Be strong, my friends, for Ferelden and for Thedas." And he dissipates and disappears.
Okay, everybody off to Dallas.
We'll never forget you.
I really want to look at that leather guy.
So Duty fades. And you have Laponte here. And he's bound and gagged and tied to the chair, and he's pretty roughed up. He's cut up, and he's taken quite a few smacks from the steel gauntlets of Duty.
I'm gonna untie him and see if I can get one of my healing potions down his throat.
Okay. He drinks it. He seems dehydrated, so you give him water. You give him some rations.
I give him some of my ale. This will put our whiskers on your chin.
Ah. So he appreciates it, and he says, "For Thetis." And he asked, "What happened? Where did you go for this short time?"
We saw the coming of the fifth blight.
So it's true then. That is the whole
No.
reason why I've come to. That's the whole reason why I've come to Ferelden, to meet with Duncan, one of my fellow brethren, and we were supposed to ride to Denerim to make plans for this blight. And you say it's true. How could you tell?
Giant
You know that
dragon.
headache you have right now?
We saw a giant archdemon rise out of the swamp with a large army
Shit was
of
crawling out the
blight.
mud and everything.
The spirit took us on a world trip around the country.
Well, we must find Duncan.
We were sent here by Duncan to collect you and head towards...
What took you fucking so long? I'm just kidding.
We got held up.
Yeah, you said
Our
that
rogues like blowing things up.
he was just the whole town was overwhelmed by Darkspawn, and his chevaliers just did not survive, and the ghost of duty actually captured him and brought him here to the tower, and this is where he's been for several days.
I asked him if these are his sword and shield I've been holding.
Yes, they are, my friend.
I returned the shield to him, but I put the sword back with the skeleton.
What? You don't leave loot with dead things. You take loot from dead things.
As he sets
he
it
can't
down
use
on
that
the
now.
skeleton, I walk over angrily and just pick it up. Just muttering, "You don't leave stuff laying around.
It's not like he's gonna use it.
Someone could poke their eye out."
And I
Think of
say,
the children.
It's not for us to take.
Oh, your clone just despawned. Did you notice that?
Oh,
So yes, you get Lapointe back up to where he's able to travel. You know that you're supposed to meet Duncan, and the next morning it is now dark. Callie has prepared a meal for everyone. You have a great meal tonight.
I'm so hit.
AmenIsis gets lucky. He gets a piece of Callie. And then the next morning, you all get on your horses, meet Duncan at the Lake Callanhad docks, and then you all ride together at Denerim to prepare for the Fifth Blight. And that is the adventure.
Is this tower still there?
The tower is there. Yes, the tower is still there. You notice that the tower does not go anywhere.
It's just not haunted anymore.
So there you go, guys. The adventure's over, and I had fun, and I hope you guys did too. So
I didn't die,
I almost died.
and I got lucky.
You tried really hard to die.
all right.
Really hard. It's not like I, ran in there and started dancing around or anything.
Yes, he did.
May as well have.
Gert, thanks again
See,
for the
we're
follow, bud.
adventurers.
101.
That's the whole point is to just touch things.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys playing, and thank you very much, Sanford and Son and Werdd, for hanging out tonight and picking up where the other people couldn't hang out. And hope to see you guys in a game again soon. So I'm gonna head down to the other channel and shut the stream off and stuff and call it a night. So I appreciate you guys playing and hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, did.
Thanks for the game.
stepping in.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Dave.
Yep, no problem, guys. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit if you're still here when I'm done.
I got some ads.
Later, folk.
Channel switched.
All right, guys. So there you go. That was Duty Unto Death, a module by Chris Pramus, the owner of Green Ronin Publishing and the developer of Dragon Age. And you can go to the greenronin.com website and get a free copy of this game, well, this campaign, And you can also, well, this adventure, and you can also get a free download of the quick start for Dragon Age as well. And I really recommend Dragon Age, and there's a lot of good things happening for Dragon Age this year, which is really good, and it's really needed. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream off, and I'll be right back in just a minute.